cutting tools are a fundamental necessity for every installer to trim and cut wall coverings, both on the table and at the wall. There are several types of cutting tools installers will use. A good rule of, thumb is one blade, one cut, so you should anticipate going through lots of blades on any given job. And of course, as all experienced installers will tell you, always pay attention to what you're doing. Getting cut with a notoriously sharp blade can lead to serious or permanent injury of your most important asset, your hands. Know where you store your active blade and where you dispose of your used blades. Have a system. These are single-edge razor blades. They come in varying degrees of sharpness and thickness. The standard for installers is the number 9, prized for its thinness, flexibility, and control when trimming at the table. It is also available in an extra keen version for exceptional sharpness. These number 12 blades are thicker and more durable, but commonly reserved for use with the heaviest of vinyls because of the more prominent cut that is created if used for double cutting. Many installers choose single-edge blades for cutting paper on the table along a straight edge, but they can be used in most cuts where you might consider using the snap-off. They also work well for close detailed work or for relief cuts, where precise control is valuable. These razor knives are one continuous blade that is pre-cut, so you can easily snap off a dull tip and are ready to go with the next one. They generally come in 15 points per blade or 8 points per blade for heavier duty and are commonly used for wall work, cuts at the ceiling line, the baseboard, along casing, trim, or outlets. They offer rapid blade refreshing, which is quite useful if you are also holding up a sheet of wall covering at the time. One hand snap and extend makes it easy. The Olfa brand is one of the standards in the industry, as is Tajima. The blades are designed to be fully replaceable. You will quickly learn that you need to carry a receptacle on your person as you work, specifically for storing the snapped off and used blades. Scissors are used to cut excess paper without cutting against a surface that could be damaged by a razor blade. Paper hanger shears will cut through tougher materials and will stay sharper longer. Used for any cutting application and especially valued for use with fabrics, they're best used for hard-to-reach relief cuts around piping or just about any detailed relief cuts, for example, at fireplace mantles or extremely detailed moldings. Many installers will use scissors or shears to cross-cut the roll of material to form the individual sheets which are needed for installation. That keeps any blade from cutting across the table and thus marking it. This is a cutting tool designed specifically for creating double-cut seams at the wall. You can find them under the name the Seam Buster. It has a base plate which raises the paper up off the wall enough to achieve 2 goals. It protects the wall from being scored by the blade, and it cuts through both sheets of the seam at the same time. The unique 4-cornered blades allow the installer to rotate the cutting edges after using, while maintaining a crisp cutting edge. After beginning your cut with a razor blade or snap-off blade at the top of the seam, you will insert the double cutter into that V-shaped opening, setting the foot behind both sheets of wall covering and firmly seated against the wall surface. If you're struggling to double cut and protect the wall surface at the same time, it's probably because you're not using a footed double cutting tool. But there are other ways that you can protect the wall from your razor blade or snap-off knife. One way is to use a Bodges strip, a thick polycarbonate tape that is used to cushion the drywall or primer from your blade. This easy-to-use tape strip can be cut to any seam length, purchased as a roll, and is reusable for multiple cuts.